In here.
Oh, I think interrogation's on the other side.
Looks like stairs. Sure,
I
it's
think
all
she went
right.
through the stairs.
Oh, copy. We'll just go to the director's office then.
Yeah.
Those are really heavy.
It's okay. Here, let me get the door for you. Put my hand on here. Unlock the door.
You're good.
Oh, that's the IT room.
Yeah, for some reason we don't keep that locked.
Alright, Mr. Knox, let's get your cuffs off. You don't have any weapons or anything, I hope.
Nah, he's already been searched.
No, I have an LMG. I'm gonna whip out.
Okay.
I said I was checking my car. Where's my car at?
All right, Lily. Before we get started, can we just confirm the deal that's being made before he starts talking?
Mhm.
All right. So the deal for his cooperation and what we discussed, as in being a witness, was also to tell you the hierarchy of the Black Hand, and am I missing anything else? To answer all of Officer Price's questions truthfully. Other than that, that's about it, right? And for an exchange, there'll be no time served. The crimes on the warrants, they will be on his record, and a $5,000 fine.
Yep, I already took care of that.
Okay. All right. Do you agree to this, Mr. Knox?
I do.
Okay.
Now, not to butt in, is this referring to everything that's on his warrants currently? I can't speak
Currently?
English. The currently,
Yes,
what
it's
the
current
fuck?
active warrants. It's correct.
Currently.
Yes.
All right.
Currently, for the warrants, I mean, it's going to be up to you guys, but obviously, he did run from you. If you want to, maybe look past that for the information, we would
I'm good.
appreciate
I'll
it.
take it. I'll just take it.
I'll say this. Depending on what the information is and how good it is, I'd be willing to drop those charges or reduce them.
Okay. All ears, Miss Price.
All right, Mr. Knox, for formality's sake, you do have legal representation here. I am always going to start off with Mirandization. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do can be used against you in a court of law. You also have the right to an attorney. Have that attorney present during any and all questioning. And if you cannot afford one, sir, one will be appointed to you free of charge by the state if it is available. Do you understand those rights?
I do.
With those rights in mind, are you willing to answer some questions, divulge some information?
I am.
Okay. Do me a favor, state your name and today's date for the record.
My name is Jaeger Knox. It is Sunday, December 19th.
Also, if you could do me a favor and show me your photo identification.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Knox, let's start off with the easy stuff. Tell me about the Black Hand Cartel and the information you wish to share regarding this organization.
So it was started about a month ago after the Benettis fell down. It is ran by the El Jefe is Yaquis Benetti. The El Jefe is Honey Harlow. A captain in it, which is the second highest rank, is Alejandro Snow. And then below that, there is Charles Hayes, aka Foos, and then Michael Leeson. There are also CJ Cole, Ryan Rabies, and Miguel Lopez. That's all I can. It's all about the members. I know.
Okay, and how is it that you know this information?
Because I was a part of them. I was a recruit in it.
They just divulge this information to recruits?
Yeah, it's mainly been like information that has slipped.
Do you have any evidence of this? Gang members and perhaps their stature within the gang?
Negative, I do not. What I do have is they do have at the postal 169 area where their turf is, they have 3 properties to my knowledge. One is a warehouse that higher ups in the cartel have access to. Then there's a larger warehouse, which is like their HQ, which I think everyone from a pusher has access to, which pusher is one of the lowest ranks in the cartel.
Okay, and what is the location of these warehouses?
Postal. Do you have a GPS I can look at?
Yeah.
It's gonna be. I'm trying to think of it off my head without looking at GPS.
Oh, you should be able to pull up a GPS on your phone.
Yeah. Postal 16. Across from to the right of 168. That is where their main 2 warehouses are, and then right underneath 168, that is where CJ Cole has his own personal little trailer.
Did you ever have access to any of these warehouses? Were you permitted inside?
I did not.
Do you have any idea what's contained within the warehouses?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what's inside of the warehouses?
At a given time, approximately 5 or 6 Class 2 weapons in the HQ, and every week they get shipments of about 50 to 60 bricks of meth and cocaine.
And how are you aware of this information in these shipments?
Alejandro Snow told me when I was still
Alejandro
in the
Snow
cartel.
told you when you were still in the cartel?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything else about the cartel and its members that you are aware of?
I know Honey Harlow has a house that she recently purchased, and it was the location of that. I know where Yakis has his house. They all drive black jugulars, obviously. And they like killing people up in like secluded spots. That's all I really know about like them.
Okay, what is the location of Ms. Harlow's residence and Mr. Jacques Benetti's residence?
Yakis has his house around the 885 postals, and Honey Harlow has hers at postal 135. I mean, not 135, 835, sorry.
If I were to take you in my car to those locations, would you be able to specifically point out those locations?
I would.
Okay. So you said you were a former recruit for the organization. What happened that you are no longer a recruit?
Me and Tommy Romano, we did not get along on radio, but we were fine in person, and we would basically be really loud on radio. I also did not respect the hierarchy in it. Basically telling everybody that was higher than me, if they said something stupid, I would joke around with them, tell them to fuck off, basically. And they did not like it.
So because you and Mr. Romano did not get along, and because you were loud and disruptive and did not respect the hierarchy, they dismissed you from the gang?
That's right.
Okay. Who joined the gang first, you or Mr. Romano?
We originally were both in it. It was originally called King Cartel, but then it got a rename, and the leaders were dropped, and then Yakis and Honey took over. Do you
Who
have any
was
food?
previously in charge of the gang? I do have some tacos. your favorite number?
Jason Todd was 406.
All right, well, you're gonna get some sushi.
Okay.
Okay. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. You had mentioned in your text communications to me. Can you confirm that that was you that sent those text messages?
Which ones?
Number one, regarding the death of Tommy Romano. Who was aware of the death of Tommy Romano, and regarding yourself and Mr. Romano, suspecting that one of you would end up dead.
Yep, that was me.
Okay. How is it that you became aware of the different individuals that knew that Mr. Romano was deceased?
It was a text message from Alejandro Snow. I can check the date of it.
I believe you forwarded me the date and time. It was sent at 3:47 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 18th of December.
Yep. At that time, he texted me saying Tommy is dead.
Well, that's you and Mr. Snow that knows that Tommy is dead at that point in time. What makes you believe that Mr. C.J. Cole, Ryan Raby, also knew that?
Because beforehand, I was at the courthouse, saw that they had multiple warrants, which means they were probably together at the time.
You don't know for a fact that Mr. Raby or Mr. Cole were aware that Mr. Romano was dead?
No, I do not.
Okay. Let me backtrack a little bit. I kind of skipped over this. In regards to the shipments of narcotics that the gang is getting, the 50 to 60 bricks of meth and coke, where are they getting those from?
They are imported from out of the city. Probably from Mexico or Costa Rica or something. I don't know.
And what did they do with those narcotics?
They break them down at a location up in Polito.
You know which location that is? Have you ever assisted them in breaking down those narcotics?
I have not. You need a special code to enter the breakdown.
Okay, and where is that located? Specifically in Polito?
Approximately postal 320. 3020.
Okay. In your text messages to me regarding Mr. Romano, you expressed that I'm not going to specifically recite it, it's too much work, but you indicated that you and Tommy were aware that one of you would end up dead and had devised some sort of plan. What is it that made you believe that one of you would end up deceased?
Approximately, basically, as soon as Tommy was promoted, they were constantly pulling guns on him, saying, I'm going to kill you. And then we decided that we were going to buy a shared property together and put all of our belongings in it.
And forgive me, I'm just taking a couple of little notes. Save myself some time later. I'm also going to review this interview thoroughly. So your contingency plan was to purchase a property together, and put all of your joint belongings in that property.
Yes, so then we would have enough. Basically, we would store a little bit of cash in there just in case we ever needed to do something.
Did you have a contingency plan to prevent one of you two from getting killed?
We did. We would just try hiding around the area, but it would be really difficult to do.
Okay. On the early hours of the 18th, did you reach out to Tommy? Did you contact him?
Approximately what time?
It would have been around 2:30 in the morning, give or take.
No, I did not. I was asleep in my motel.
You were asleep in your motel. Do you have anybody that can corroborate that?
No, I did not.
To be honest with you, there are some individuals that believe that you were a little bit upset with Tommy, maybe jealous that he was out committing crimes with his gang members, the same individuals that pushed you out of the gang. Is there any truth to that?
No, as I was also committing crime with the same people.
You continued to commit crimes with members of the cartel, despite the
Yep.
fact that they had removed you from their organization?
Yes, Yukis told me even though I was removed, I was still able to be friends with them and do activities with them.
Did you carry on a friendship with them? Continue to send them messages, share radio channels, things of that
Uh,
nature?
yes, I had to share them my radio.
When you share with them your radio channel, did you have any text or email communications with them following your dismissal from the gang that would demonstrate a friendly relationship?
I did.
Okay. So you didn't meet up with Tommy or hear from Tommy that evening, the night that he was, or I guess the early hours of the morning that he was deceased.
I did not.
Okay. I gotta be honest, I've been informed that you gave Mr. Romano a call following the robbery incident and were very upset with him. Had an argument with him following the reported successful robbery, the alleged robbery that some people have already pled guilty to.
Which
You don't have to
robbery?
answer that, Mr. Knox.
I'm going to answer. I don't have
Okay.
anything wrong. What robbery?
You weren't involved in it. It was a bank truck robbery involving Mr. Snow, Mr. Romano, Mr. C.J. Cole, and Mr. Ryan Raby.
Okay, and what did they say? Because at that time I did not call him. I was not awake.
You were not awake. Okay. I mean, that does fit with your story. You said that in your text messages you didn't get the text message until the next morning when you woke up.
Yep.
I do want to ask you about a vehicle. It's an orange in color jugular.
Yep.
When did you purchase that vehicle?
Approximately a day and a half before Tommy was murdered.
A day and a half before Tommy was murdered. Who did you purchase it from?
Tommy.
Okay, so you purchased, is there a bank transaction or anything that would corroborate
We
that?
did it at Sunrise Autos. And it was through my bank.
It was through your bank. Would there be a history of that sale?
Are there history of Sunrise Autos transactions?
I have no idea. How much did you pay for the vehicle?
Approximately $10,000.
That's a very expensive car to get for $10,000.
Yeah, I know.
For what reason did he sell it to you for $10,000?
Me and Tommy were attempting to start a weapons manufacturing business. We were going to get all the paperwork and everything, and we are going to attempt to sell guns to ammunition. I worked out a deal with him that he gets a lot of the profits, and he gets to keep a couple of the carbine Mark II rifles that we get. In return, I want his car because he did not drive that car. He rarely drove it.
This is an unrelated question, but how are you planning on to start a business for manufacturing firearms when you were a convicted violent felon without a weapons license?
I was gathering materials for it. I wouldn't actually be the one starting it. We would have had to get an outside source too.
403, 407.
Okay. So you were getting materials together. Who did you contact at Ammunition in regards to this sort of deal?
So far at the time, I was waiting to
Hey, man,
get a couple
Some
guns
people were coming down
in
for gun
storage, and
license,
then
wanting
I
to
would
talk with
contact
you.
them.
I sent them to go get IDs and stuff.
So you
A little
never.
weird.
Hold on.
Well, any of them.
So you never communicated with anybody but Tommy regarding
I did
this
not.
business proposal? You
Nope.
have any record of that discussion or communication with him?
No, I do not. Only thing I have is a trailer full of materials.
A trailer full of materials. Okay, maybe you already answered this question, but what makes you think that he was killed by members of the Black Hand cartel?
Because he was being, as soon as he was promoted and had to sign a contract, got guns pulled out on him, and people telling him that they were gonna wait to kill him, basically. That they wanted to kill him.
Here's my other question. Like, why would they dismiss you as a recruit, but promote Tommy? And
Tommy was promoted. Tommy was promoted because I was taking a break from like waking up. So as I was on my break, he was promoted.
I still don't understand. Like, they promoted him and then right away started threatening him?
No, it took until after I got back, because that's when he started clogging a radio channel and.
Okay. And then that's when you were dismissed. Then I guess he continued to cause issues. Did Tommy have any other individuals upset with him? Anybody else he may have pissed off?
Not to my knowledge. He was friendly with a lot of people.
I kind of have notes here that he was a bit of a troublemaker. Would you say that's accurate?
Yes, 100%. But he didn't make anybody mad, basically.
Do you think people would describe him as being annoying?
Sometimes, yes.
Interesting. So you allege that he was killed by individuals in this organization because he was loud on the radio, did not respect the hierarchy. Or no, that was you that did not respect the
Yeah,
hierarchy.
I did not respect it.
So he was just loud and annoying and a bit of a troublemaker.
I also don't think they liked the fact that he was hanging out with me.
Okay. You have any questions, Mr. Gamble? Because I haven't been thorough enough.
No. You're doing a fantastic job as usual.
Well, no, but I feel like
I'm still reading over all these docs trying to get caught up on this.
Why do you think Mr. Snow sent you a text message letting you know that Tommy was deceased?
Probably out of respect towards me, or attempting to get me to move stuff out of the trailer before it got repossessed.
Out of your trailer?
Out of our trailer. Tommy is the owner of it.
Oh, okay. Did you ever encourage Mr. Romano to write a will or put something in writing should he become deceased?
We did do that, but they are apparently not acknowledged by the state.
Oh, do you have records of that?
I do.
Are you willing to share that?
I will send you an email.
My other question is, are you willing to share your text message communications with any known gang members of the cartel?
I am.
How many are you willing to share? Listen, I'm not, if it includes incriminating evidence, I'm not interested in pressing any charges past the current warrants that have already been dealt with, as well as anything Mr. Gamble witnessed uh, during your
Could be.
attempted detainment.
You can confirm that with the DA as well. The ADA.
Yep. I enjoy it. It's my favorite. I love questioning people. Is that acceptable to you?
This is acceptable, yes.
Hopefully his text messages don't say, I killed Tommy Romano. That would be unfortunate.
Be very unfortunate.
They don't say that, do they?
No. And if they hold on, I'm checking my snow text. I have text from Michael Weiss and Yakis Benetti.
J. Cole, Ryan Raby, Tommy Romano.
Tommy Romano, yes.
Let's see what my warrant request for Bigger Knock.
Guy, he's part of these. How do Aztecas? Is it just with members of the cartel?
I mean, anything you're willing to provide, I'm happy to receive, but I'm mainly interested in members of the cartel.
Okay.
Yeah, if when you send them, you could include their contact information, phone number, so I can confirm that's who it is, as well as a date and time of the last message sent or received.
Okay.
I don't know how long that'll take. It might take a minute.
It will.
You need any food or drink? I mean, it's.
Most likely.
I'm also interested in knowing if you would be willing to testify in a court of law, maybe not openly, probably privately in the judge's chambers, regarding the information that you're providing. Obviously, it will be supported with additional evidence.
We'd prefer if it was
I am.
closed.
Yes, closes.
And I did, I believe your lawyer, Mr. Webb, has indicated that you are interested in witness protection.
I am.
The very complicated ordeal that must be taken very seriously. Witness protection isn't just I'm gonna, go into hiding. It's a complete change of your life. It's a change of your appearance. You need to go by a different name. You need to disassociate with all friends. You cannot continue to drive automobiles and vehicles that are currently registered to you. You would have to liquidate your assets and essentially your life. Do you understand that?
I do.
Right. Something we can look into that would have to be supervised by probably one of the commissioners and possibly a judge.
Okay.
And I gotta be honest, I don't know how long this investigation will take. It could take a very long time.
I do have one of the I do have the radio channel.
The radio channel for the cartel?
Hold on. Yeah, I believe it's 390.5. Last time I checked, they swapped out of 0.5s and they're just doing base numbers.
Do you know if they still use 390.5?
That was the radio channel they were on while I was still in the cartel. I believe they changed it.
Okay. How frequently do they change their radio channel?
I believe every time their roster changes.
Is that a frequent occurrence?
Not to my knowledge.
Right. That's a lot. Is there any thing that I have not asked about? Anything you believe might be important to this investigation into the cartel itself or into the untimely death of Mr. Tommy Romano?
They sell mainly they sell about 2,000 bags of cocaine to a guy that goes by the name of Jaeger. I think it's Jager, and he lives at the 348. They live at that area. I don't know how often they buy.
Okay. Does those sales occur at that residence or location?
They go from their main HQ to that location.
Stop! You are obstructing justice!
And what kind of vehicles
There's
do
this
they
other
use to
officer out
transport
here.
these narcotics? Oh shit, thank
White
you.
and black box trucks.
Okay.
Oh, I'm just taking a blessing. Okay.
And who is the individual or individuals that are mainly responsible for transporting and making the transfer of funds?
I believe it is either given to Yaki. It is a transfer to Yakis or Honey. And from the last times that I helped them do the transport, it was just like a protection kind of thing. We just protected the cars from any police interference, any gang interference. Yakis and Honey drove the trucks, while me, Miguel Lopez, and Leeson, along with Snow, I believe, and CJ Cole all protected it. We would split up the trucks and people evenly.
Okay, so do you know who's the owner of those trucks? I assume it would be.
Yakis and Honey owned them. They
Okay.
split ownership. I don't know who owns which one.
Okay. Let me see if I've forgotten it. Do you have any additional information regarding what it may have happened to Mr. Tommy Romano?
I do not.
Okay. Are you willing, I don't know, we have a blacked out vehicle, to come with us to those postal codes for the residences of Mr. Benetti and Miss Harlow?
That is the place we should start because I did see Yakis Benetti at their HQ. He was driving his black GT63.
Oh, here's a question I may have forgotten to ask. Have you been driving around in the car that you purchased from Mr. Romano, advising members of the cartel to check out your new car?
I went to the courthouse to check if I had any warrants, and I saw Ryan Rabies there and Miguel Lopez, and they
Okay.
were talking about my car.
And what is the approximate date that you were no longer a member of the cartel?
I can check in my text messages. About 20 days ago. Don't know. Approximately 11/29.
Approximately 11/29.
Yes.
They remove you from the organization via text message?
No, I tried to. We. They get guns. They get Glock 17s from a. They buy them for $1,750, and then they have to go get them from the water. I was interfering with them at the time. This was 14 days ago that I was interfering with them. This made Yakis not like me as much because I was able to obtain 2 of these crates, although I could not do anything with them. I could not open them because I did not know how to at the time. So I asked Michael Leeson to teach me how to make advanced lockpicks so I could go commit robberies. But he did not tell me how to make it.
Are you aware of any other locations in the state that you might need to go to create weapons or unpack narcotics, put them into separate baggies, or to sell perhaps some radioactive chemicals?
Almost every single one of them.
Okay, which locations are you willing to divulge?
Don't think that is relevant to what is currently going on. You'd have
I
to
agree.
talk to me in a later
Oh
date.
well, it was
about
worth a
those.
shot, right? Give me 1 second. Come here, Mr. Game.
I did get a hold of a judge about the witness protection. He referred me to Jerry, so I'm gonna give him a call. Not with your current record.
I definitely think with the information provided, he's gonna need some protection at this point.
I agree, but you have to have a clean record.
Wait. Hold on. Come on.
Yeah,
Let's get further away.
The information being provided, maybe talk to a judge and see if we can, for this time, disregard that.
Who is this text with him in? Who's he talking to?
Let me see. Who's black and colored jugular that I take the other night?
To be honest with you, I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, it's Alejandro Snow.
I'm a little concerned with this text.
I was at Pillbox following the incident.
Is this where'd you get this text message from?
Alejandro Snow just sent it to me.
And Mr. Yeager didn't reveal this to you before?
No.
What do you think is the best course of action to deal with this then? You want to fill Blessing in on this too?
Oh, I got a whole nother ball of wax for us.
Is it that thing that you mentioned on the radio earlier?
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it looks like a serial killer. Crazy guy.
So, I mean, do we have more than just what Hazel was saying, or do we have reports or anything to corroborate this
Yeah,
whole
I just got
deal?
one from Ortiz. She got kidnapped and yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Do we have a description of the guy?
I do, yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit crazy. I need to work on searching some of this, but yeah. Gentleman with an
Jesus
afro.
Christ.
Yeah. Talking all kinds of crazy shit.
He sent me, I asked him for the contact information for Mr. Yeager Knox, and this is what he sent me.
Was that text that you just sent me? That's what you're talking about? Oh.
That doesn't seem legitimate to me. It seems like he's trying to frame Mr. Knox or something. So I indicated to him, and it doesn't matter at this point, we're going to put Mr. Knox into witness protection, and I was well aware of the text message that he had sent to Mr. Knox prior to us discovering the body, where he stated that Tommy was dead.
Oh,
So if he's
okay.
able to show me that text message with some of these other ones, then
I mean,
I'll know that it's legit.
That is his phone number, but that just looks like him adding another contact.
Exactly. That's why I'm questioning this evidence.
Thorne just got on duty.
Yeah, I saw
Let's
that.
see if Mr. Knox will send me all of his text messages with Alejandro Snow right now.
Yeah, he was talking about it in there. Something. I guess he sent text messages to Snow, and then the lawyer told me to leave. So I don't know.
I believe Mr. Snow is attempting to cover some shit up.
Yeah, seems sus.
I think that's Thorny coming here now.
I also called Jerry about witness protection. So I told
Okay.
him to come up here and explain the whole process, because
Then
I
that
damn
might
sure
be
don't know
him
how it works.
then. Yeah, she's gonna want to hear about both of these things.
Yeah.
What you doing? Well, we got a few things we need to talk about up at the FIB building. We've got Yeager Knox here. It sounds like he's going to be going into witness protection. And then Blessing has got a new case that has just popped up tonight that is kind of concerning. You're going to want to hear about all this. All right, Affirm, see you when you get here.
Oh, what is it?
Apparently a serial killer.
What?
Yeah.
Oh!
And the news already knows about it as well. They're already asking.
Yeah, she called me earlier if I heard anything about it, and then, like, what, not even 10 minutes later, you jumped on the radio mentioning the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So this is nutty.
No idea. I don't know who it is yet.
We just know it's some
gonna
guy
find out.
with an afro.
What do you
Oh, we
think
go,
about
boss.
that?
Hey, sir.
Who, me?
I do know that message where it says Tommy is dead is sent from Alejandro Snow to Yeager Knox. He shared that with me. His response is interesting.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
That's funny as fuck. Easy money. I found something you might want to see.
And these are what you're getting from Alejandro, correct?
That's correct. Going to
Wow.
send a text. Take that text to Kelly and tell her I killed him.
Kelly will never know what I did to Tommy, and you won't tell her.
All of a
Was
sudden
that
have
Ale-
additional questions.
Was that Alejandro sending it to Jaeger, or Jaeger sending that to
Jaeger
Alejandro?
is sending these messages to Alejandro Snow. Alejandro Snow at 3:47 a.m. Texted texted Jaeger Knox that Tommy was dead. Jaeger's response is LMFAO, I fucking knew it, that's funny as fuck, easy money. I found something you might be interested in.
And this is Alejandro's text.
These are messages to Alejandro Snow. And he says, Kelly Price is at Pillbox right now. Call Ian Webb to defend you. I was at Pillbox at about the time that was sent, approximately. Mr. Knox knew I was there. Do you want this off your shoulders or no? I'm going to send you a text. Take that text to Kelly and tell her I killed him. Kelly will
Thank
never
you.
know what I did to Tommy, and you won't tell her.
And that's what Jaeger is saying to
Top
Alejandro.
floor by the big meeting room.
Yeah, this is all very concerning and contradicting a lot of things he's saying.
Yeah. I wonder if Mr. Knox is open to more questions.
I don't know. Let's go find out.
Hey, boss.
Hello.
Or
What's up?
I'll
How
ask
you
if
doing?
they're ready.
Not bad.
Wow, she gets a hey boss and I don't.
Oh, hey, boss.
I said, hey, boss, to you. What are you
It's
talking about?
messed up. He calls her boss. He doesn't call me boss. It's fucked up.
Well, you know, I usually call you all kinds of things, but today I decided I'd hold back.
What do you,
As
what,
the young bucks say, it just do be that way.
you don't
Yes, sir.
appreciate the fact that I called you boss?
Okay, they are ready for your question.
What?
What's the situation?
Oh my God, Jerry. You know what? I thought we had something special.
I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't paying attention.
Motherfucker.
I zone out a lot of the time. I'll be honest with you.
I mean, do we want to let him explain this WITSEC thing?
Well, do we really want to offer WITSEC to?
Yeah.
Well, he's got to know how it works, though.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was already explained to him.
Yeah, I did explain it to him. Maybe hold off for a minute.
Yeah.
Though.
What's going on here?
Got something. Somebody got something to eat.
Yeah. What's your favorite number?
Close to my age, $3.99.
If you could forward that information to Miss Thorne for me, that would be so helpful.
Thank you.
Those oh shit, it might be difficult to.
Oh my god.
That's quite the
That's one hell
burger.
of a burger.
I gotta be honest, Mr. Holman. The way you gobbled that down. Why is he calling me?
Are you
need
hitting
to
on
calm
me?
down. This is your second
Are
time
you-
saying something like
Listen,
that.
sir,
Is
I'm
it on
gonna
me?
need some time, okay? I'm very busy
Better
right
be
now.
careful.
Yeah, but this might be a bit more
Kelly being a
important.
sussy baka.
Okay, what is
Are
it?
you dealing
Oh,
with a
Jerry
case
Holman.
regarding Big Ish?
All right, Jerry.
She
Let's
won't want to
No.
go back.
I'm not.
you
No.
come back
Alright,
here
okay,
and you
that's fine
explain
then.
WITSEC.
But
Whatever
Explain what. Okay.
So I just got
Yeah.
a plate on that potential serial killer, and it is actually registered.
Oh,
To
nice.
who?
Wait, we have a
TK
serial
Bissop?
killer? The fuck?
TK what?
Here, let me send these to you,
Bissop,
Miss Thorne.
BISOP.
Yeah, he's been arrested.
Wait, serial kill. Okay, what the fuck?
Yeah,
What?
I told you there was some shit you had to come up here for.
He was arrested on 11/3/21 by Jerry.
11-3?
Yeah, TK Bissop, 11/3/2021.
Ooh, that's yikes.
Sweet,
By
I'll go
Jerry
back and
Finch
I'm
and
gonna go
Hudson.
find it.
See, disorderly conduct, disobeying a peace officer, resisting arrest, reckless evading, grand theft auto, aggravated assault, criminal possession of a firearm, class 1.
That's an interesting text message right there.
Yeah, so now back to the text messages. I definitely think he needs to be questioned a little bit further because
Absolutely.
the way that's looking, Whitsec needs to be off the table now.
Probably I would say an extended stay in prison.
Yeah, you flew in at a really good time. There were Tony. Really good time.
Yeah, I was like, let me try and do one more shift before I fly out of the state. For
Yeah,
the
we didn't even get to do
holidays.
our fucking meeting today.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
fucking. Well, how many
We
of
can
us
do
are
it.
here? Yeah, we can do it. Honestly, like we're the more,
How long is the meeting gonna go?
I wouldn't say too long. I just want to know everyone's active cases and
okay.
establish all the gangs that we know of and.
Oh, I got
where
some
to
nice
go from
information on the cartel. I'll investigate them.
Excellent.
I call dibs.
Okay, excellent. I call dibs on the renegades.
Oh, easy,
Alright.
easy.
Oh shit. I mean, it'll come along, blessings. Might as well.
New state identification. The idea will be, if you will,
You're the
quote
boss.
unquote,
You
fabricated,
gotta ask.
if you will.
Okay.
I'm not a boss. Okay.
And by the way, it's Jerry Holman, State Police. I know the boots.
Oh,
You know, sheriff
okay.
boots, kind of. Yeah,
Alright, my bad.
but you're all good. But yeah, that's how this probably would go. I'll be honest, it's been a while since we've had anybody in what'd you call it, Witsec or some shit.
Whitsec.
But yeah, that's kind of how it'd go.
Okay.
You got a house, got an apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody know? Does anybody know where you live?
Yes.
Okay. I would recommend you. We could see about getting you somewhere to live for the time being until some things blow over. That way, you don't have to worry about people coming to your house or your apartment and doing certain things to you. So we can look at getting you a little property somewhere. That's pretty much it. Just gotta lay low, drive different vehicle, wear different things. Gotta shave that beard, probably change up that hairstyle, and you'll just have to go underneath another alias. You have an alias in mind?
I do not.
Okay, that's
John
a good one.
Smith.
Yeah, that's a good one. Do not is a good one. Do and then not was the last name.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
All right. No, I'm sorry. I'm a jokester. John Smith, you said back there?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't being serious. That's a terrible one.
Yeah, John
that's
Smith
pretty
just
generic.
shows I
Generic name.
am in witness protection. That just always screams.
I almost said Naker Yachts, but that sounds bad.
Okay, that's not.
Yeah, that sounds bad.
That sounds terrible. A few more letters and that might sound real terrible.
Yeah,
You just spell it D-E-W, do, and not K-N-O-T.
do not.
I like it.
How about Clint? How about Clint?
Eastwood.
No, I don't think the
Okay,
state.
no. Yeah, that might put the spotlight on you. What about Clint Weckerwood?
That sounds like a guy I used to know. It used to be in the Benes. Yakis Peckerwood.
Okay, damn it, man. Why is it so hard?
I mean, what about like Aaron Ward?
Okay.
That's not bad.
Oh, that's a good one.
He played baseball for the Yankees.
Okay. Aaron Ward it is. Now we'd
Harry
have to
Palmer.
get you a living situation figured out, and we can help you out with that. But you said you got the car situation. You
Clink,
can
click.
take care of that.
I mean, yeah, it just depends on how fast my cars sell.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, we can look at some properties and see what we can do there, and we'll hand you over some keys. Okay.
I mean, we can, if he can't sell his cars, we can always just have him park them in the garage at MRPD. So he wouldn't be able to pull them out with a cop without a cop's hand anyway. So
I like that. So when he goes to sell them, at least there'll be a cop around.
Yep.
Okay, that makes sense.
that way they're protected, and you don't have to worry about them anywhere else or anything. So
I mean, so far I've been driving like nothing's been going on. I haven't been. I'm pretty sure they've seen me in my cars. They haven't done much.
I would like to ask a few additional questions, if I may.
Mm-hmm.
You shared a text message with me from Alejandro Snow. Do you recall that text message and what it sent?
Yep.
Okay, what did it say?
Tommy is dead.
Okay, and you confirmed that was sent to you from Mr. Alejandro Snow?
Yep.
You have the text messages following that. Are you willing to share those?
He's willing to share that specific conversation, but other than that,
I am. Yes.
Okay, can you do me a favor and send those over to me?
Yep. Just the conversation that was like
yep,
taking
just
place
that
about the
conversation
murder.
that's
Okay.
mentioned. Correct.
Okay, I appreciate that timestamp as well. That does match up to when we were both at Pillbox following the recovery of Mr. Romano. I recall that you were present. I did not arrest you. Got into your car that's registered to you, and left.
Yes.
I had other business to attend to rather than chasing you down. So here's my question regarding those. Tommy was such a good friend of yours. Why would you say that's funny as fuck?
It's funny if because he had multiple. He was went to sleep before I went to sleep with multiple guns on his person.
Tommy had multiple guns on his person?
Yes.
Like in his possession? How did you know that he had multiple guns on his person?
Because he went to sleep right before I did, and then I think he woke back up. That's the only way he could have been murdered at that time.
I thought that you were asleep before Tommy was dead message was sent.
I was. If you can get what I'm saying, I'm trying to say me and Tommy were both awake at approximately 12 a.m. ish. And then Tommy went to sleep for a little bit, and then I went to sleep. And at that time, we were making guns.
Okay, so Tommy woke back up.
Yes.
Alright, so you say LMFAO, I fucking knew it. It's funny as fuck. Easy money. In what way was that easy money?
easy money for them as they acquired those guns.
Oh, okay. I found something you might want to see. What did you find?
A guy who will launder money.
Oh, well, that's nice. That's nice. Was that the last text message that you sent?
Regarding the death of him at that day and that conversation, yes.
Are you sure?
Of that conversation, yes.
How you doing, Miss Smith?
The last one you said was Kelly Price is at Pillbox right now. Call Ian Webb to defend you.
Not the last message entirely, but
There's
the
no
last
more
message about
following that?
there are.
Oh. Would you find those to be too incriminating to send and share?
I would, as I have no recollection of ever typing them.
Well, how would you have no recollection of ever typing them?
Okay, so I believe he answered those questions.
Do you want this off your shoulders or no? I'm going to send you a text. Take that text to Kelly and tell her I killed him. Kelly will never know what I did to Tommy, and you won't tell her.
Did you forgot the last
Advised
one?
to remain silent.
I would like to recall the deal that was said.
He's
Any
been
and all-
more than forthcoming with
Any and
the
all
deal
questions
placed.
to be answered truthfully.
Correct on the situation with the black can.
That wasn't specific. It was just any and all questions.
I
So
advise
should I
you
have-
to remain silent.
Maybe stay here for a minute.
I just got off the phone with just got off
Let's
the
go
phone
this
with
way.
the realtor.
A realtor for witness
The realtor
protection?
for a property, yeah.
Oh.
She thinks it's for me. So
Okay.
Oh, well,
Jerry, you and I got to have words after this.
all right.
You're in the fucking doghouse.
Who is me?
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh. You want to just share with the class now?
Oh yeah, I could. Yeah. So
Okay,
that that TK Bishop guy that the car comes back to that may be a serial killer. Sir, you arrested him, and all you got was an inventory of his pockets and a GSR test. Not actually his face, ever.
I didn't get his mugshot.
Nope.
Oh, oops.
So I have no idea what he looks like now.
Oh, unfortunate.
Yeah, I was trying to rule
When
him
was
in
that
as a
arrest?
suspect on the 3rd
11/3.
of November.
Like, well, you know what time?
Oh, I don't.
It's probably late at night. to be
It
honest
would
with
probably
you.
be a day of
11/3
arrest
at
report.
21:18. So it
I
looks
believe
like
those are
about
usually
9
Eastern
o'clock.
Standard Time.
I could have sworn I must not have uploaded
So
it, but I
disappointed.
100% took a photo.
So disappointed.
It happens.
Listen, I don't know about witness protection for Mr. Knox. There are some very incriminating text messages. I find it interesting, number one, that the last message that he sent me says Kelly Price is at Pillbox. Call Ian Webb to defend you. He left off the rest of them. Do you want this off your shoulders or no? I want to send you a text. Take that text to Kelly and tell her I killed him. Kelly will never know what I did to Tommy, and you won't tell her.
He basically admits it right there in the text, and it sounds like he's the one that offed them.
Yep. Sounds like it. I would honestly say
Unless, of course, he's trying to help cover up for Mr. Snow, and that first text is, I'm going to send you a text, take that one to Kelly and tell her I killed her, and then the text that he's referring to is the one that says, Kelly will never know what I did to Tommy and you won't tell her. Which will mean that Mr. Romano is still, Mr. Snow would still be implicated. What's up?
So in your, subpoena, does it say all text messages between Alejandro or just a specific conversation?
It was not approved. They have not been submitted. Those text messages from Mr. Snow were shared with me.
No, I'm saying for your subpoena. It's for the one you sent me.
The
You
one
need
that
it
I
first to sign?
sent, let me look.
Yeah.
I specifically put for the individuals. I wanted all of them from Tommy Romano from the 1st of December, I believe, through the 18th with all of those individuals. Let me look at my document. So the ones for Yeager Knox, I have from the 1st of December to the 18th with Tommy
Didn't
Romano.
he say that he was done being a affiliated the 29th of November?
Yes, I'm going to probably change that to the 29th of November.
Okay.
I didn't know that if that would be too much of a stretch to request email text history for all of those gang affiliated individuals for that length of time.
It's not even a month, you know. I would, and I would get them any and all, because if he's not going to answer your questions truthfully and answer the questions, then the deal has been broken, and I will have you all charge him and Ian Webb with obstruction.
Well, here's the interesting thing about those text messages. The last ones, like Yeager says to Alejandro Snow, "Do you want this off your shoulders or no?" Meaning that he believes that Alejandro Snow is guilty of killing Tommy Romano. Then he says, "I'm going to send you a text. Take that text to Kelly and tell her I killed him." Meaning that he was going to, I guess, take the fall. Then the last text message that I have is, "Kelly will never know what I did to Tommy and you won't tell her."
If you can get him to answer that, if not, then I mean we can stick him with obstruction, because the deal was not even specific. It was any and all questions to be answered truthfully.
I did speak with Mr. Snow. I mean, if anything, Mr. Knox is just incriminating himself, or has been incriminating in an attempt to obstruct this investigation and cover up the death of Tommy Romano. I personally don't believe that this means that Yeager Knox killed Tommy Romano. I think he's just assisting Mr. Snow in covering it up.
Well, whenever I was in there, he said it would be hard for me to prove this, but the only way I could think is if someone made me send those texts, and then, I think he was insinuating maybe he got hurt and woke up at the hospital, not remembering.
Well, the timestamps on those messages would be very helpful. I know the time that the Kelly Price is at Pillbox right now. Message was sent. I have a timestamp for that one. I don't have one for the rest of them. But if it is a reasonably short amount of time following the last message, I would say it's very unlikely that Mr. Knox was kidnapped and woke up at the hospital with these other messages on his phone. Mr. Alejandro Snow was in custody at Mission Row, and I believe I was interrogating him at around shortly after that text message recording me being at Pillbox was sent. It's getting spicy. What's up?
Oh, not much. Just, trying to see both sides here,
Interesting.
learning.
He has
I guess-
signed a non-disclosure agreement, so
I guess they accept to see if Mr. Knox is willing to comment on these messages.
Can I ask a question?
Go for it.
what's up?
How did you know about the messages? Like, what?
What do you mean, how did I know about it?
Like, how do you know about them?
I received them from a
From
different
Mr.
individual.
Knox? Oh,
No,
okay.
not from Mr. Knox.
Well, that's why I was just curious because I was getting lost. And since right now I'm observing and, non-disclosure, I just wanted to
I
know.
have both sides of a conversation that are saying the exact same thing between two individuals.
Oh, okay. So, does that mean you have another cooperating witness?
I do.
Alrighty.
This is the question that I have. If these text messages incriminate Mr. Snow, why would he send them?
Yeah, I don't know. I've been asking the same questions.
I mean, technically, they don't fully incriminate Mr. Snow.
Oh, one of the guys just disappeared.
Interesting.
For a minute, but then keeps switching place around them, different spots.
Are you willing to comment on these messages, sir?
Negative, I'm not.
It's unfortunate.
I mean, I already kind of did tell you what it was about them.
Those messages in particular, those are a different conversation.
They were a different conversation. You have
That happened
timestamps for when
hours.
those were
I do.
sent? It would be very helpful if I had those.
Do you mind if I just tell you?
No, I actually need them.
Okay.
Are you gonna have any more questions for him, or?
I'm not sure yet.
Not sure yet.
You can see the timestamp difference.
I do see the timestamp difference. Are you willing to comment on what happened between 4:45 and almost 8 p.m.?
Does that have to do with our deal, or is this completely different?
Does it have to do with their deal, or is it completely different?
I mean, the deal was any and all questions. It didn't. It wasn't made
Yeah, but
specifically on.
Are we gonna ask him literally questions that have no relevance to what we're talking about? Are you gonna question him from text messages from the first week he was in the city, or?
Well, I mean,
mean,
these
it was
text
any and all
messages are
questions.
very relevant, sir.
I
I'm
understand,
investigating the murder of somebody that was apparently a very close friend of Mr. Knox.
I mean, if Miss Price wants to ask if the sky is blue, she's allowed to because it's any and all questions.
Correct, but we're also not trying to be here for 18 hours.
Well, I'm not trying to be here for 18 hours either.
He's trying to show you those locations that were talked about earlier, so he can, try to move on with his life and change his life around. As well as he's willing to be a witness if it goes to court and you need to call on a witness. I think the information that he's given you so far is absolutely astronomical. I would prefer if we could try to speed this up a little bit. He's definitely done his due diligence in answering questions, and also, I mean, just the amount of evidence he's already given you is crazy. So,
as well as the fact that when we go to these locations, we are going to need a lot of officers.
Why do we need a lot of officers?
Don't you
It
think
is
that would look a
their-
little sus?
I have
don't
a
really
fully
mind.
blacked out vehicle.
One fully blacked out vehicle.
Yeah.
Okay.
you're safe. She has a radio. If she needs people, she knows how to get a hold of them.
Okay.
It's not a department issued vehicle, it's a personal vehicle. It could be in the back seat. Speaking quietly, we drive past the location, simply point it out, and just keep on driving. Just out for a ride.
Alright. And what about their HQ? How do you want to go about looking at that?
That was gonna be a little bit more tricky. I do have some photos that I took from there.
I suspected that.
Oh, you suspected that? I suppose you were there the evening that actually
Yeah, I
your
remember
car
that, I
was
remember.
parked there.
Mm-hmm. That's why you went back there.
Of course it is. Sometimes
you were
I'm
very close.
purposely not discreet.
Yeah. Right after you left that, they actually came outside of the warehouse, but you missed that.
I'll see if I can find those and send those to you. Maybe you can circle those locations. See if it'd be safer that way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's see if Jared's available. We'll talk about this witness protection. Again, it would be very helpful to know what happened between almost 5 p.m. and almost 8 p.m.
And they stated I don't. At 5-ish, I was mining for resources, and then I do not remember anything after that.
Okay. Let's see if Jared's available.
Yeah, Will Smith. That was an iRobot reference. The movie. No? Unfamiliar reference? The class?
I've never watched the movie.
Never watched it. Okay.
Yeah.
I did.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Alright, I guess we're gonna proceed with some witness protection.
Yeah, Blessing made a great
fantastic.
point, saying that it's better to at least get one that could potentially lead to getting all, except for Mr. Knox, than not
I
putting
don't think
anyone.
that Mr. Knox is guilty of doing anything to Mr. Romano. I think those messages exonerate him more so than, at least from the murder. Anything else? Mr. Knox really expressed that he went mining for resources, and then didn't recall anything following that. So it is possible that somebody acquired his phone and sent those messages to incriminate him, which would further point the finger at Mr. Alejandro Snow.
True. Great way to look at it. Interesting.
I even say, without him, you got nothing. With him, you got something. Get the somebody, even if you can't get all of them.
Gamble.
Body snatchers.
Sons of bitches.
But that was my wife's nickname in high school.
This is the issue that I have, though. No matter what anybody says, the fact of the matter is there is zero physical evidence besides the deceased body to prove that anybody murdered Mr. Romano. And I don't believe that a judge in this state or any other will find somebody guilty of murder without physical evidence. Mr. Romano's body was dumped in the ocean in Paleto. There was no evidence on that crime scene at all. I believe that Mr. Romano was essentially blooded out of the Black Cartel, Black Hand Cartel, whatever you fucking call them.
The Barty Patrol.
Something like that.
Well,
That's a pretty good assumption.
Maybe there'll be something else in these other warrants if I can get them approved.
You can search warrants for phone records.
That's what I'm trying to do. I think Tommy Romano will be easy enough. The text messages between Jaeger Knox and Alejandro Snow, I feel like the history of their communication together and the information that they're sharing is going to assist in at least the messages between them. Since I already have most of them anyway, it's going to be more difficult to get Mr. Snow's communications, probably with Mr. Benetti, another leader of that gang. Hopefully find something regarding whether or not Mr. Romano was getting blooded out.
Did you change the dates to your search warrant request?
Let me look.
Because I think we need more time to fall back on.
Alright, I have Jaeger Knox's phone records with Romano, Snow, Raby, Benetti, and Cole between the 29th and the 18th.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Alejandro's records. Let me put 11. From the 29th to the 18th, and Mr. Romano's also from the 29th through the 18th. I can add a little bit more indicating that those were confirmed members, and Mr. Benetti, Mr. Alejandro Snow are high-ranking members of the organization.
Do you have any questions about the money laundering stuff?
No, I don't need to know about the money laundering.
Okay.
Hey, Thorny, let me talk to you real quick.
Okay. Pardon me.
So what are we going to do about the witness protection?
Well, like I told him, the only thing we really can do, get him a property. I'm gonna go look at some up in Mirror Park. But I don't know. We gotta settle where we want him, and we'll pay for that if that's what we're doing.
He's going to stay off of Twitter and stop answering his phone. Don't send any more text messages.
Probably would be a good idea if he just wasn't allowed a phone. I just want to go ahead and say he shouldn't have a phone at all. Also, did you say something about securing a warrant for Tommy Romano's phone?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Do we have his phone?
We do have it. It was waterlogged. I collected it from his body. And I placed it into a plastic bag with a bunch of silica gel packets to absorb the moisture.
Okay. Now, Lynch, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but now it's our evidence, so we're more than welcome to go through that phone as much as we'd like.
Yes, sir.
Have a good night.
I did also request a bank statement, as well as his vehicle sales records or logs, to corroborate the sale or transfer, specifically for a jugular, any sort of bank transfers or anything that would indicate that that transfer occurred. Mr. Knox did say, "I got a candy cane in my mouth." Okay, it's pretty good. That he purchased the vehicle from Mr. Romano for the amount of $10,000, I believe, on the 16th or the 17th, earlier during the day.
That's awful low because that's like getting over $100,000 car. I work at PDM. It's like
Well, I did ask him about that because I'm very thorough, and he stated that they were looking to start some sort of business together where they were manufacturing weapons and selling the materials to ammunition, and he was going to give Romano most of the profits. And for some reason, exchanged that car as part of the deal. I don't know. It's very difficult to take notes. I usually review the interview and then transcribe it, summarize it after the fact.
Yeah.
What do I want to do with Mr. Romano? I need to take him. I want to go get my personal car.
Suppose, take him
and
to the morgue, put him 6 feet under.
Oh, I mean Mr. Knox.
Oh,
actually, I'm trying to get a autopsy for Mr. Knox. I don't know if we have any medical
Knox is
examiners.
dead.
No, fucking shit.
Damn. All kinds of scrambled. That candy cane must have been bad.
Yeah, it's one of those special ones, alright?
Special ones? How special can a candy cane get?
I do have a question.
That can be pretty special.
How can we obtain the text messages off of Mr. Romano's phone?
Well, I mean, assuming that his face isn't too bloated, we can just put it up to his face and unlock the phone.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, be petty.
Alright, what was I saying?
Oh, sorry, the petty wasn't for you. It was for them. Wow, this is taking forever. Well, it'll take as long
About
as we need it
Mr.
to take.
Romano, Mr.
Yes,
Knox.
exactly.
Fuck, I forgot what I said.
You was pretty much saying obtaining.
Oh, an autopsy for Mr. Romano. Are we able to get that? We don't have a medical examiner, to my knowledge, anymore.
See, yeah, that's the problem I even have for like 2 of my ongoing cases is the fact that I can't obtain an autopsy. Like it's just like a report from a responding EMS can only take us so far, you know?
Do you have any insight, sir?
I'm sorry, hit me one more again.
Did you say hit you?
Yeah, hit me. No, don't hit me. Actually, I mean, hit me with it. Say it again. Sorry.
An autopsy for the decedent, Mr. Romano.
Uh-huh.
I feel like that would be very helpful and important to this investigation. But to
Absolutely.
my knowledge, we don't have a medical examiner on staff anymore at the hospital. Or for the state.
Who put out the last autopsy?
I can't remember his name. I met him one time. I've seen him exactly one time.
Well, hell, we might need to hire. We might need to look at getting somebody to work as a medical examiner for us at the pillbox to examine the body. You know any good doctors?
No.
Oh.
I also, I'm gonna be honest with you. The way that the death certificates are put out and who can issue them, they are not very consistent. There are many individuals that are deceased in the state of San Andreas. There's no report or anything regarding those individuals.
Miss Price, don't be alarmed, but there is a spider on your leg.
Ah!
Ah, she get it off. I'm arachnosakian. Oh.
Oh God. Oh God. Is it gone? Where'd it go?
Yeah, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone.
I'm over here. I hate spiders.
Yeah, me too.
I'm sorry, Mr. West. I just freaked out.
I have arachnosakia myself.
Somebody stomp on it. Push it. Find it.
What is happening? What is happening actually?
Well, take off your heel and stab it. There you go. Hell yeah.
There's a spider, sir.
Oh, okay. I just saw Kelly squaring up with me, and I'm just like, what did I do?
Sorry, there was a spider. All right, well, I want to take Mr. Knox with me. I need to go get a car that's going to be blacked out. And I want to take him to some locations to figure out his residences. Can we get a residence for him secured while I do that?
Oh, what was that, sir?
Mr. Knox told me the postal code for a couple of residences, one for Mr. Benetti and one for Miss Honey Harlow. He said he's willing to show me those locations.
Oh, that sounds juicy.
Yeah, can I go?
Juicy.
I want to be in a fully blacked out car, though. That way nobody's going to be able to look in and be like, oh my God, that's Jaeger Knox.
Yeah, do we have a fully blacked out car?
I do. It's parked over by Mission Row.
I was gonna say I have one too. If you need one.
Oh, this is so. Can I come? Can I come, please?
I mean, there's only 4
Mine's
seats
a
in the
two-door.
car.
Yeah.
I need one for me and one for Knox and 2 more people, by all means.
Alright.
I call dibs. I'm asserting my dominance here.
I call times 2.
I have no idea what's going on. We're just calling dibs on things, I guess.
Yeah, man. Hey, you and I, let's go grab a beer because I haven't been aware of what's going on around me for the past 5 minutes.
All right, good. We'll go grab a beer.
Look, can you guys go grab a realtor and get a place lined up for Mr. What's his name again?
Knox.
Aaron Ward.
No,
Aaron Ward.
Oh,
here's
yes.
my
Oh,
question,
God,
Mr.
yes.
Ward. If Mr. Ward comes in custody on the account of he is a repeat offender, and the officers are like, "Oh, this is Jaeger Knox."
Well,
wouldn't PD only have access to that though?
Yeah, I mean that.
Because it would be under his alias, right?
Yeah, technically. I mean, if they run his fingerprints, 100% it'll come back to Jaeger Knox. So,
so PD will just have to,
Well, that's it. That's on him at that fault. I mean, that's on him. If he can't keep himself out of jail, he broke the program anyway. The program's guidelines.
That's true. Yeah.
So that's on him. And then he'll just be booted from the program. We don't have any liability on him. That's on him if he
and he's
breaks
aware
that guideline.
of the rules and stuff in places, right?
Yeah, it was made specifically aware.
Oh
my God, that is a big ass burger. Again, watching you eat that, sir, that is.
Please control yourself, Miss Price.
I'm just saying. I'm very much in control of
one.
myself.
Yeah, Miss Price, watch yourself. I'm
All
married.
right, so
Me
we're
too.
looking for a
To
realtor,
the law.
right?
Aren't you engaged?
All right, hold on.
Yeah, I mean, I got some properties we can scout. Just gotta pick one.
Okay.
Well, let me get
what-
Mr. Knox out of here. Actually, let me go get my car.
Are we
Let me go
picking
talk
one
to him.
for him, or is he picking?
No, he's not picking shit.
Good question.
All right, Mr. Knox, here's where we're at. We're gonna have some officers setting up a safe house for you. I'm going to go and get a discreet car that's gonna be fully blacked out, so we can go check out those houses. And then after we do that, we'll take you to the safe house. How does that sound to you?
Okay, sounds great.
Is the state and the police department good with the information he provided for the deal?
Yes.
Yes.
Miss
Can I borrow you a
Lynch,
second?
do you want to invoice him the fine for the agreement?
Yes.
I will be back with the car.
What's your
406.
Where am I? I'm going the wrong way. I don't want to go to the roof. How do I get out of here? Where's the stairs down?
Yep, already.
Alright, how do I get the hell out of here? I think I go this
That's
way.
what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, ask Miss Kelly Price. She knows where to go. Right?
Well, it's this way. It's right this way. Alright, I'm gonna go get a car. You might want to leave a car here for somebody else to drive, unless everybody drove their own cars.
I think everyone drove their own car. Miss Price over here.
I knew that.
Go down to the basement.
Yeah, I think she went to the base.
Yeah, I was just checking. Ah!
What's your name rhyme with?
My name rhymes with oh my god, my did Jared try to kill you? That's attempted murder right there. The very least aggravated battery.
What?
Jared tried to murder you just then, did he not?
Oh, yeah.
And I'll be right back with the car. Or 0219 Mission Road, get in the car. Sometimes I scuff trying to get in. I don't know how to fix it. Usually restarting my computer helps. Put on my seatbelt before I die. I think it's the starts with an I.